Hi everybody. I'd like to make a serious video. I know I like to do parodies and I like to, make fun of things, but this is going to be a serious video. Um, I seem to have always attracted women that are very aggressive. And any girlfriend that I ever had, I'm with a man now, but I have had several girlfriends throughout my life. And I have always attracted a certain kind of woman. And they are always very manipulative. They're always very physically violent. And they're always very controlling. This, I don't know, might have... And the thing is, I think it has something to do with me. Because when I was 9 years old, I had a babysitter. Her name was Darla. That's all I know about her. I don't even know where she lived. She must have lived near, my home. But she was my babysitter, and she did inappropriate things with me and my brother. She made us get naked around her. She made us suck on her breasts. And one day, she put me in one bathroom and my brother in another. And she came into the bathroom where I was at, and she made me get in the shower with her. And she made me sit on the ground of the tub while she stood up and straddled me. And she forced my fist into her. This went on a couple times. The thing is, I never told my mother. Because even at 9 years old, I knew what an inconvenience that would be for my mom. She was working. She had to get up in the morning. She didn't get home till like 7 o'clock at night. She was the breadwinner. If I said anything about this, that means it would inconvenience her work schedule. If it inconveniences her work schedule, what does that do to us? So I just did it. I just accepted it. I say this because there's so much going around about girls and assault and women and, being overpowered by men. But I can tell you as a man, I have experienced this with a woman. And the funny thing is, at the time, I didn't feel pain and I didn't feel like it hurt. But I knew it was wrong, and just being around her and her being naked and her making me be naked, I knew it was wrong, but it didn't hurt. So I just went along with it, and I was doing it for the greater good of our family. Okay. But I didn't realize the pain it caused me until I got older. From that moment on, from 9 years old, I was sexualized. I thought about sex. I would seek, to look at naked people. I would look at pornography. And the thing is, that was a door that I could never close. After that, 12 years old, I had a girlfriend. She was very, very promiscuous. She was very fast. She often wanted to look at my body. She wanted me to touch hers. Play doctor, things like that. When I was 16, I met who ends up being my wife. She was very controlling, very domineering, very violent. And it was a horrible, horrible relationship. Before that, I would have women come on to me, like older women, controlling, domineering, powerful women. And I was always in the position to get away, turn them down, be the bad guy. I was in cosmetology school. I was 20 years old. There was a 48-year-old woman who was going to school there. She was married to a man who had money. She had a nice convertible Corvette. She would often ask me to be her partner in class for, certain lessons and practices. She would offer to take me out to lunch. We would go out to lunch in her Corvette. She would buy everything. She invited me over to her home one time. When I went to her home, basically her house was filled with portraits of her nude. And I know it sounds weird, but anyway, she offered, she goes, hey, you know, want to look at my house, this and that. And I'm like, yeah. And I was really naive. I mean, even though, like I said, I had been sexualized, but I wanted to, she was my friend. Anyway, so we end up going to her bedroom and we look out the window, and, you know, her home is, you know, on water, and there's a dock with a boat and everything. And it was just beautiful. And she goes, oh, I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be back. So she comes back. And when she comes back, she's wearing a negligee. She's wearing like sexy underwear, bra, a robe, all this stuff. And she sits down on the bed next to me and puts her hand on my knee. And it was then I realized what was going on. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Karen, I gotta go. And I know it hurt her feelings. But you know, what did she, I'm sure she expected me as a 20-year-old male to be all over her, but no, I wasn't interested. I was more disappointed, really, that she would do that to me. It's not a matter of me protecting myself. I mean, of course, I'm a big guy. I can fight, you know, I don't care. But it was really like hurtful. Like, I'm like, I thought we were friends, you know, but now I know what she wanted. My point in telling this story is, this isn't just about girls, you know, and women aren't innocent little flowers that, I don't know, the media seems to portray them as poor victims. And it bothers me because I have always known powerful, aggressive, in control women with careers. That's who raised me. That was my grandmother too. And I don't understand why the media and everybody's just pretending like women are so weak and stupid and powerless. I mean, women have Cleopatra. I mean, Margaret Thatcher, Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth. I mean, there have been lots of women in power in the history of humans. But for some reason, in 2018, they're still acting like they're poor, powerless nothings and that men are controlling them. How is that even a feminist idea? I don't get that. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. I mean, I know it was very personal, but I wanted to share that because it's the truth, and I think those are truths that aren't really out there, that really need to be said, okay? You guys have a great day.